In response to complaints from residents of the Rochester Heights community in Southeast Raleigh, members of St. Ambrose Church collaborated with two other sister churches to address flooding, trash dumping, and nature degradation there and in the adjacent Walnut Creek wetlands. This group, first known as Episcopalians for Environmental Justice and renamed to Partners for Environmental Justice around 1997, galvanized widespread community support by hosting community cleanups, tree plantings, and advocating that the City of Raleigh help address flooding concerns. Their accomplishments grew along with their partnership. In the late 1990s, PEJ assembled a multidisciplinary team to create a vision plan called Walnut Creek 2000, a project for environmental justice. The primary goals of this plan were to share PEJ's vision of improving conditions in this area through environmental advocacy and the creation of a conceptual park design. Over the next decade, PEJ's advocacy, hard work, and collaboration led to the City of Raleigh constructing the Walnut Creek Wetland Park that opened in fall 2009. In 2018, the Educational Center was renamed to the Norman and Betty Camp Education Center in honor of PEJ's visionary founding director, Dr. Norman Camp, and his wife, Betty. PEJ continues to grow and lead environmental justice efforts in Southeast Raleigh, spearheaded by a full-time executive director and active board of directors guiding collaborative initiatives to improve conditions for people and nature. In 2013, Dr. Norman Camp and NC State professor Dr. Deidre Crumbly, a fellow parishioner of St. Ambrose Church, hosted a forum at the university to invite students, staff, and faculty to become involved with supporting PEJ's mission. Several responded to the call. With this new initiative, the Walnut Creek Wetlands Community Partnership formed and kicked off by listening to residents' concerns about flooding and trust, and then installing a rain garden at St. Ambrose Church with funding from American Rivers and the City of Raleigh. The partnership was then invited to join the Conservation Fund's Parks with Purpose program, now referred to as the Urban Conservation Program. This program focuses on community-centered, equitable green space development in disinvested urban areas. A Parks with Purpose community task force was convened and chose to transform untended land comprising the southern boundary of the Walnut Creek Wetland Park along Bailey Drive in Rochester Heights. This task force developed the Bailey Drive Gateway conceptual plan to repurpose this land into a neighborhood amenity and gathering space that honors the rich cultural heritage of this community. This partnership also focuses on improving a degraded stream flowing through the Biltmore Hills and Rochester Heights neighborhoods. Specifically, this partnership seeks solutions to reduce flooding, pollution, and loss of residential land caused by stream bank erosion from excessive stormwater running off of paved surfaces into this stream. The partnership continues to engage community in initiatives that support nature and people, such as installing green stormwater infrastructure at Biltmore Hills Park to reduce the amount of stormwater runoff flowing downstream into Rochester Heights. In late 2017, improvement efforts expanded beyond Southeast Raleigh as the North Carolina Division of Water Resources created the Walnut Creek Watershed Action Team, also known as the WAT, to coordinate initiatives supporting the improvement of environmental, social, and economic conditions throughout the entire watershed community. This includes all of the land draining the Walnut Creek from Cary downstream to where it flows into the Neuse River in Southeast Raleigh. The North Carolina Division of Water Resources developed the Walnut Creek Watershed Action Plan, or WAP, which serves as a dynamic information portal and centers efforts around focus areas for collaboration. This particularly includes areas at most risk of flooding after heavy rain events. WAP members meet periodically to share updates and seek to leverage their collective resources. Additionally, division staff send stakeholder updates to the WAT email distribution list. To raise awareness and increase support for watershed improvements, the WAT applied to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, also known as EPA, for Walnut Creek to be designated as an Urban Waters Federal Partner. In March 2023, the U.S. EPA formally announced that the Walnut Creek watershed had been designated as the nation's 21st Urban Waters Federal Partnership location. Partners celebrated this announcement the next month with 2 events held that Earth Day weekend called Our Creeks, Our Communities. The first event was a formal announcement of this federal partnership held at the Walnut Creek Wetland Park and was attended by federal, state, and local partners and was highlighted by keynote addresses by the EPA Region 4 Administrator and North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality Secretary. The second event, held the next day, was a community festival held at the Southeast Raleigh YMCA that was attended by over 200 people. This festival was kicked off by an African dance ensemble and featured organizations that presented environmental information about stormwater management, urban forestry, watersheds, and wetlands. A key component of this partnership was hiring a community watershed ambassador hosted by Partners for Environmental Justice. The ambassador serves as a bridge between local residents, community-based organizations, nonprofits, government agencies, and private sector leaders. This will foster collaboration and drive innovative watershed improvement initiatives that meet multiple goals for supporting public and environmental health. This partnership, started by PEJ in Rochester Heights around the Walnut Creek wetlands, has blossomed into a watershed-wide initiative, bringing residents and organizations together to support people and nature. There are many ways to get involved, including reaching out to the Community Watershed Ambassador, subscribing to the Walnut Creek Wetland Community Partnership email list, or visiting the Walnut Creek Urban Waters website. Other ways to stay informed or get involved include following PEJ or the partnership's social media platforms, participating in stream cleanups at the Wetland Park, participating in PEJ's Walnut Creek Watershed Learning Network, or attending community events in the watershed. We hope to see you in the Walnut Creek watershed sometime soon.